my god!
Anyway. Hello and welcome to Shikanime. My name is Lauren.
And I'm Jessica.
And we are back with the Apothecary Diaries. This is going to be episode 3. I was really enjoying this. I like her no-nonsense attitude. I like his sneakiness.
Yeah.
Like, curious
He's a little pervy, and I kind of like that too. I mean, just enough, you know.
Just a little bit pervy.
Yeah.
Just enough to make it
Did I just demonetize us that quickly by saying pervy that quickly?
I hope not.
Okay.
Well, either way, these really only Patreon anyway. So,
yeah.
Thank you all for joining us so very much. We are going to get right into it. This is episode 3 of season 1 of the Apothecary Diaries. Now let's make it big in a second.
The unsettling matter of the spirit.
Okay.
Trying to remember what was happening last time. I don't know if it,
I mean, she had just solved the thing with the soldiers, potentially, even though we were like...
Oh, it was ghosts, I think, yeah. I think this one is ghosts? I don't know.
Soldiers was ghosts? I thought she said that it was, like, the burning of the woods.
Yeah.
The burning wood, like...
That's like the wood itself was poison whenever you burn it.
Yes.
Yeah, no, at the end, Ozane's like, I think this one is about ghosts.
Oh, this one is
ghosts
about
and ghouls.
Ghosts and ghouls. Ooh, spooky. Oh yeah. I mean, that was...
I saw a lady outside. I'm sorry, it was like, okay, you're freaking out because you saw a lady outside wearing sleeping clothes, but there's 2,000 ladies who live here.
Right?
And all of them wear, like, white robes to sleep in.
And any one of them
could just be outside.
Out for a walk.
I mean, that's what she's doing.
Maybe the lady was, like, see-through.
Okay, yeah.
Like, and it just, or, like, her face and dress did kind of look like the same color, although I guess that was a standard of beauty.
Yeah.
But, like... It is possible that there's something that it wasn't quite translated in the art.
Maybe this lady's just a jump scare. Like, you ever met somebody that's a jump scare? Or like yourself, whenever you accidentally look in a window. Whew.
Oh, I do that. And I've jump scared people.
Yeah.
Like, they've turned around and they didn't
like,
realize I was
so
there.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I didn't mean to. This happened to be... I had to come up and ask a question. And they turned around and suddenly they were like, oh my god! I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
なら私たちも。
手分けしないと終わらないでしょ。他の入管には頼れないし。
お召し物に毒針が刺さってたり、身ごもっていらした時なんて特にひどかったものね。
毒の姫っていうのもあるんでしょうけど。
Just like the time there was a poison needle.
Poison needle. Some Shakespeare stuff right there.
マオマオ、何を作っているの？
風邪薬です。
そんなものまで作れるんだ。新しい次女は有能ね。
Oh, right, and then like the lady, the princess lady, concubine.
Yeah, concubine if they're the
big
one. Or consort.
Consort, whichever. She was like super excited that Maomao can make drugs.
Yeah, no, so I was just like, yeah, because the last time, they had her make an aphrodisiac.
Yes.
And so
like,
then she walks in, you're like, you're making a cold remedy? I was like, well, she could probably make a cold remedy if like, yeah.
like what would be in there? Ginger, maybe?
Yeah, probably like ginger, honey,
certainly.
Some sort of spice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if they'd have cayenne back there.
Opium.
Yeah. Is there like, I would love to hear this if anybody knows, is there like a specific study of like the history of agriculture in specific regions? Kind of like the...
I mean, probably.
Yeah, you know, like the etymology of food or something. I don't know.
I feel like one of those words was wrong, but I can't figure out how. And...
etymology is like, you know, like the history of words and stuff. So, but like that, but like with food.
Of food. Like,
yeah.
Etymology, but like with food. Okay,
yeah,
that's where I was confused. I was like, words?
I mean, maybe it's the same if it's like spaghetti, or, what is it, SpaghettiOs? With the words? No.
Yes.
そういえば知ってる？最近流行ってる噂話。
Oh, she's got a new gossip friend.
Yeah.
高級に幽霊が出るんですってよ。
幽霊？失礼します。薬を見てもらえませんか？
お お、ジョーちゃんかい。ちょっと待ってな。
この間まで警戒されてたのが嘘みたいだな。私が薬を作れるって分かってからはこうやって調合もさせてくれるし、必要な材料も分けてくれる。
Oh, okay.
Wow.
それどころか
He must have been like frantic.
Yeah, because no, remember I was like, is there only one doctor for these 3,000 people?
And I thought that he has to have a staff, but it seems like you were right. And
Yeah, it's
he
like-
does not, because otherwise there's no way he would let some peasant girl
Just be like, okay, can you
just
come
use
do my
his
job?
stuff. Like, there's no way. Like, not at this time. Not the way that he seemed to be. Like, oh, I'm holy, I'm better. I'm so much better. Like,
Yeah, and I mean, if you think about it, like even like the brothel neighborhood or whatever that she comes from has their own doctor.
Yeah.
But there's only one for the emperor and all of his children and ladies and
I mean,
eunuchs.
I guess it's, you know, you have to have someone you trust.
Yeah.
お茶まで。
私の分もお願いするよ。
ただいま。
お仕事ご苦労。
それほどでもございません。この男暇なのか。ははん。帝のお手つきか。
何かものすごく失礼なこと考えていないか？
気のせいで。それで本題は何でしょう。
幽霊騒ぎは知っているか？
噂程度に。
じゃあ無遊病というのは？
無遊病。
興味があるようだな。どうやったら治る？
わかりません。薬で治せる病ではありません。
薬
I
でな
mean,
けれ
big
ば
word,
治せる。
girl.
I love that word. Somnambulism.
困ったな。本当に困った。
うざ、なんて粘着質な男なんだ。
It's taken.
Love it. She's Riz impervious.
She's also a softie, though.
Yeah.
She's fine. She's not puppy dog eyes impervious.
No, it's like anytime that he says something that she's like, oh, I never thought of it that way.
あま
It
り
might
考
be
え
interesting.
た
And then he
ことない
says something.
人
She's
だ
like,
よな。
マオマオ様。
His voice is way too deep for you.
私はずっと上です。
では、シャオも。
シャオっていきなりちゃん付けですか。
ジン様。
What is that? What is that? What is?
well, I know before he was calling her Maomao Sama, and I was like, oh, okay, that is kind of like Sama's like your lord or your lady, that kind of thing. So that's like too much overkill, but I don't know what the Zhao is because set in China and all I know is I don't know Japanese. Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
y'all know what Chow nickname is, because I mean, I understand. I know some Russian nicknames and like Spanish ones, like
Mhm.
the like how what those mean.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the Ito or the Ova,
That-
like
yeah, like the honorifics kind of thing.
right, or the like, you know, the and you know the little ones, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was
any
like I know
Japanese.
like Maomao means cat.
I thought
and
that might
so,
be why
yeah.
she kept being shown as a
As
little
like
kitty cat.
yeah. She's very cat-like. I like it.
に毛虫でも見るような目を向けるのはやめていただけませんか。
やべ、バレてら。
先ほども戻るなり毛虫でも見るような目をされたと越に行った様子で報告されました。
で、以後気をつけます。
The-
Bleh.
あそこです。
There she's dancing
Oh, pretty. When does the moon ever look like that, though?
in anime.
結果の不要。
勘がいいですね。あの方は不要費。来月功労として武官に可視される中級費です。
It does kind of look like someone just sliced it in half.
That's why I
like,
was
with, like,
saying
a-
like who's seen a moon like that? Like this isn't like a waxing or a waning. This
No,
is
that is a moon that used to be full, and someone took it and just sliced it right in half and got rid of the other half and put it somewhere.
Yeah.
Looks like cheese.
お目通りで得意の舞を失敗して。
dishonor on your cow, dishonor on your family.
Right? It does kind of seem like it's like that must be rough. Like she probably is sleepwalking. Like 'cause she's about to get like gifted to some mid-ranking general. Like she's never been able to fulfill her duty here. Like I mean, the general must not have done something great because he's getting gifted a concubine the emperor just doesn't want and who has never satisfied him. So it's like this general seems like he.
Well, she's
too,
mid tier at least is what they said. She's mid
Which
tier.
is like, he's never touched her, and yet she's mid tier.
Like she's good looking, but you know, she's got this huge flaw. She's beautiful, but she's clumsy.
Yeah. But now she's like, yeah, I mean, okay, I like this. When she started sleepwalking over the shock of being treated like a reward, or it's like it's just stress. It could be stress.
悩んで無遊病に。いや、もう一度本人を見てみるか。
もう行くのかい？元気出してくれるといいよね。小さな属国の姫だって言うから帰りづらいかもしれないけどさ。
I'm honestly like surprised about like I wasn't expecting to like this doctor guy. I kind of thought he was going to be a dick, but he seems genuinely compassionate, which I wasn't expecting.
城壁の上で踊っていた時と随分印象が違いますね。
ええ。私も初めて見た時は驚きました。
Spying on her, the little creeps.
普段は素朴な方でしたので。
幽霊話？
何か知らない？
そういえば最初は北側に出てたって言ってたけど。
え？北側？北から東に移動した？なるほど。やっぱり不要費は。推測で物を話すなって親父には言われそうだけど。
This is my thinking hand. At first I was like thought it was like looking at the ribbons, but then I was like
義郎にも昔同じ病を患った妓女がいました。勇気にでも取りつかれたように毎晩義郎を徘徊し始めたのです。本人は昨晩のことを何も覚えていませんでした。
それでどうなった？
何も。身請け話がなくなったら徘徊はなくなりましたので。
つまりその妓女は身請け話が嫌だった。不要費も同じだったのかしら。
本当にそれで終わりか？
どうか落ち着いて。
like him behind her, like stop looking at him like he's an insect. Stop it. I feel like those two could be great friends.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
出された。可視されるまでの間、宦官が見張りにつくことになった。
不要費の出立、今日だったかしら。
そう聞いてます。
本当のこと。自分で聞いておいて腹は立てませんよ。
他にも一人同じ病で身請け話が破談になった妓女がいました。その妓女には後に新たな身請け話が持ち上がりましたが、病の妓女ということで前の半分の銀で成立しました。しかしこれは詐欺だったのです。
詐欺？
身請けを申し出た二人の男は知人同士だったのです。女は病のふりをして一度目の身請け話を。
That's a good friend. I'll fake buy your hooker for you. I'll get your price knocked down.
二人が一緒になるには男には銀が足りず、
Oh,
女には人
brilliant.
気がありました。
その妓女と不要費が同じだと？
不要費とお相手の武官は同じ故郷でお過ごしになられた幼馴染なのです。
How'd you figure that out?
Let me excited. So yeah, I guess like
I had wondered if she was doing it on purpose.
Yeah,
like, if
and
she
then
was-
also it's like, yeah, you're a princess in your small little place. You get taken away to be a consort for the emperor, and you're like, I really don't want to do this.
So you trip.
Yeah,
instead
you're
of
just
dance.
like, I'm gonna make a fool of myself, but like not enough to like get beheaded,
Not
but like
enough
enough
to
to
be
be
in
like,
trouble.
yeah.
And then when it's time, like
just like slightly shunned, and then
I like it. It's clever. Because I was thinking that she was doing it on purpose to get out of being sold. You know,
Yeah.
I thought that
be
may
like,
be what she was
yeah,
doing, but
I really appreciate that, like, how, mind you, like, this whole show, the whole world in this show is all about, you know, basically all these sex workers, but it's also showing, like, how women in this time were able to hold their own agency and work
Mhm.
within that system to,
yeah,
like, get their highest outcome from things.
it's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
報奨を許され不要費の可視を強く願い出たそうです。武漢の身分では姫に求婚などできませんから。
それなのに高級に入ることが決まったのね。
そして姫も幼なじみを思っていた。
I like it. Good job.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like, how many convoluted storylines people have come up with for, like, a princess and a commoner. And it's like, no, actually, this is, like, the way you should do it. Be like, all right, have the princess sold to the emperor and just try to keep it low-key. You join the army. You better do some good stuff. And then...
Be good at your
yeah,
job.
be really good at your job.
Just be really good at your job.
I worked really hard for us.
それで無遊病を語ったと。
あくまで推測ですが。
I like it though. Speculation, but it makes a lot of sense. Aw. Look how happy.
Just, like, keep it together.
She's gonna be very good at
Yeah.
keeping it together.
不要費が羨ましいなんて言ったら
No. You want someone who loves you. That's good.
美しかった。昼に見た素朴な姫と同じ姫だとは思えないほど。
Also, like if you're like faking this thing, she can go out with her hair down. Like
Yeah.
it's like it must be so freeing to like
Yeah,
not
yeah,
have
with
any
all
of
the
the trappings,
Oh, yeah.
like the tight clothes and like you're locked into it. She could do whatever she wanted. Be like, I was asleep.
I don't remember a
I
thing.
don't know. What are you talking about? It's like, why am I tired? I just slept all night.
Guess I'll just have to stay inside and not have to
Just sit here
deal with anybody
quietly,
else. Yeah.
demurely.
She's doing it right. She's living a good life.
Right?
Going out
She doesn't
dance. She's going out dancing at
Dancing every night.
night.
She doesn't have to go home with anybody afterwards. Like,
そんなことはないと思います。
we get to see them after. That's really sweet.
Aw.
Oh, going on their little dates. Oh, that's adorable.
Oh my god. There's something so much more powerful about a big giant hug
Yeah.
than like, the
Than a
slow
kiss.
kiss. You're
Yeah.
just like, no, like they in it.
Oh,
Oh.
that was so cute. I think he knows that, like,
yeah.
I think he figured out the
Like,
connection.
I see you.
恋が女を美しくするのであればどんな薬になるだろう。
Up with the hand thing. That's her thinking hand.
I guess. That's interesting. If love makes a woman beautiful, what kind of medicine would it take? Last time she didn't use I don't think she used the bandaged hand, though.
She did use it because at first I thought that she was gonna be
Oh.
talking about the bandage whenever I looked down, and then she was just like,
she did her, like, claw thing. Is
No,
her-
I did. So what was I was still thinking about the claw hand. So what was the end of that quote? It was,
Oh, if love makes a woman beautiful, what kind of medicine would it take? Like,
yeah.
so I wonder why she's thinking about that. Like what is she looking for? Like a I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what she means by that, I
Yeah.
guess. Because it doesn't make a ton of sense to me.
I don't know. I'm gonna write it in my dream journal, light a couple of vanilla candles.
And, yeah,
No, but I really, I
then let
really
me
like the
know
quote.
then.
Yeah, I
Then
know.
let
It's
me
like
know what comes
because like
of
she,
that.
it doesn't really show her in any kind of romantic interest with anybody. But
Right.
I don't. Maybe it's not so much about romantic love too, even though that's the story we just saw. But like, you know, I feel like her father, she very much loves and respects, and he's not there. And I feel like that'll. I don't know.
Well, I thought maybe she also feels insecure. Like the people at the brothel always trying to like, hey, be a brothel mate or whatever. Like you should join us. But I feel like if she doesn't feel like she is beautiful, then she
Mhm.
feels like they're making fun of her. And
Yeah.
like that's why she's like, stop asking me. You know you don't actually want me here. Like if she doesn't feel beautiful and she thinks they're mocking her when they show interest or call her beautiful,
Mhm.
that might be part of what she's doing with some of the
Like the self-mutilation kind of thing.
yeah, well,
like,
kind of, but like also, I think she might be genuinely trying to figure out something that she feels could make her beautiful, that's safe.
yeah.
You know, because she knows that lots of these makeups and stuff are dangerous. So like, if she tries stuff on her arm to like see like how does this react to skin? How
Yeah.
does this? Some of it is probably medicinal in nature, but some of it might be about trying to figure out something to make her beautiful. in some
Maybe,
kind
yeah.
of
No,
way.
it's like I feel like another way to maybe interpret it is like, if love makes you beautiful, like what would the medicine be? I think is maybe like what is like how to cure love itself too.
Or I was thinking how to
Because
like
she does try to stay like fly under the radar and not make a scene or anything. Like I don't know.
right, but I don't know that she would want to destroy love. Like I feel
Yeah.
like maybe it could be something like she's trying to like, well, if love makes a woman beautiful, what medicine would it take to make that love real? Like opposed to an aphrodisiac, not an because that just makes you lusty.
Yeah.
But like, could you make something that would make you be in love so then you're beautiful? Like, but like make it real
Yeah.
in some kind of way.
Mm.
Oh well, it's episode 3, so maybe we'll
Maybe
figure
we'll
this
find
out
out
at some
more
point.
things. Okay,
So
so
much speculation.
how I think this is gonna work. So like this is also a 24 episode show.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, so I figured it out. I know the end.
Yup.
She dies at the end.
Ah, okay. She becomes a ghost.
Yes.
Hi.
噂の薬師殿に頼みたいことがある。
Okay.
Okay.
Tell us what it is.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. That's like.
Like
Okay. That's why I'm just like that episode was weird and like the random pauses that it did because again every single time it was at the end of a sentence and it was like kind of dramatic but like
it's
also
it's almost like how I imagine is maybe is like so the animators are done and now
Right.
you've got like people editing it and like maybe the whole idea is that after he said that there was supposed to be a pan into his face or something like that but
Right.
then they were just kind of like oops.
or maybe like they weren't sure. Maybe in certain dubs the talking goes on a little longer.
I can see that. Well,
Like-
but a lot of times they're not. It's maybe, but like that would be a long because there were like long pauses.
Some of them were quite long. That one was a really long pause, but it felt like there was no music anymore, and like,
Yeah, it's a little disappointing because like this is a really pretty. I mean, it's not the best animation I've seen, but it's like really beautiful and stuff like that. So I feel like
hopefully,
it's
like, 'cause I don't remember that happening at all the
Yeah.
first 2 episodes. So I'm like,
and also
is it my internet or like? But again, it was just too perfect at the end of sentences. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
make sense that my internet would be flaky, but like respectful
flaky and specific. Yeah,
like. Anyway, that was interesting, and we've said a lot of it during the actual thing. I love the way that she played that, but freaking
also I just thought about this.
really
This
long con too.
this entire episode, it's kind of like watching what God, Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Indiana
I
Jones.
was like,
Indiana
There
Jones.
could be
Like
so many things for
no,
Harrison Ford.
it's like Indiana Jones, but then afterwards you're like, if Indiana Jones didn't exist, the entire movie would have gone on completely as it did. And I was like, wait, well, because she didn't really do anything. They were just like, can you like look at this lady on a wall? And she's like, looking at this lady on a wall.
Now we're spying on her from a window.
Thinking about looking at this lady on a wall. And look, nothing has changed
Nope.
in the development.
The
And
still
then,
left.
if anything, it was just him going like, huh, good on ya.
But the princess got character development.
Yeah,
Like-
and I think maybe they're setting up this as maybe an idea of something that might come back in the future.
Right.
that-
So I feel like it does. I feel like that's what I like about shows like this, or the way that shows used to be, where nothing necessarily has to happen that's super important
Yeah.
for the plot, or like for any, but like there's little things that you can build on, and you don't
to
have
like
to,
to world develop and
yeah,
also
it doesn't all have to be like boom, 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 like something
Yeah.
all the time. Like I feel like shows these days, like everyone, it's just like there's
Oh,
something
the-
massive happening.
yeah,
in every
no,
episode.
the amount of homework you have to do to keep up with things, especially like with these big IP companies, you know, like Marvel and DC, that you're like, well, I haven't watched the last 42 hours of
Yeah.
material. I mean, mind you, I usually have because
Honestly, I'm
I'm
so
a-
behind.
I'm a
on
nerd
Marvel
with no
right
life,
now.
but,
Like,
yeah.
I've watched some of the more, but it's just one of those like, I like that sometimes a show like this lets you breathe, lets you get to know the characters a little bit better. Like it, I mean, I feel like I know the princess a little better. I like the doctor now. I wasn't expecting to like
Yeah.
the doctor. Like it, bring back the filler episode. Like it's not a filler episode if you do something with the characters.
Yeah,
like
but
that's
yeah, absolutely.
they
Character
don't do
development
it anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that
And that way, yeah, and that way all of their relationships aren't rushed. Things like, yeah, you're like, oh my god, the quack doctor is actually like really sweet and caring, and then like Jinshi is like helper guy, like you're immediately just like, these guys are gonna get along really well.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't think that he was gonna get any characterization other than Jinshi's little minion. But
yeah.
like, no, he's pretty chill actually.
Yeah, I will say it's like one thing I have noticed, like besides just like big panoramic shots of like the whole place, all of the extras have pretty fleshed out backstories from like, even if you can't remember the names because we're like, oh, this A, B, and C of like the handmaids and stuff.
Right.
But they all have specific personalities that come into play in each scene, like
Yeah.
in small ways.
I do.
Yeah.
I appreciate that they do a good job in that show, because that's something that I whine about a lot. It's like, wait, when did that become? So now I'm supposed to ship these two characters?
Like, yeah,
Why?
where did this
They've
come
had
from?
two conversations and both of them were mean.
And also, like in that same regard, like like animation style, you can always tell who doesn't matter because they're just like these gray blobs. But in something like this, because this does have such like a mystery element, because there is detail given to all of the background characters, you're like still like you're trying to like solve the mystery at the same time.
Right.
You're like, are they important because they're walking behind, you know?
Right.
So it's so you get to kind of be in the same head as Maomao and be like, okay, let me look at all of the angles. I don't know, that's cool.
It is really cool. So I'm really enjoying this show.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait till we see the next episode. So I hope you all will join us. If you want to see these episodes uncut, you can join us over on Patreon. $5 a month. You get these episodes significantly earlier than they will show up on YouTube, and you get them completely unedited. Well, mostly unedited. There's going to be a bit from the beginning of this where we had an issue with the recording that will not be in the Patreon edits, because I forgot we were recording for a minute.
And I took my shirt off. Yeah.
But yeah, so it's a whole thing. You won't see that, but these episodes tend to go up on Patreon like fully unedited. And I hope you enjoyed. I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.